know the new Lamborghini Urus SUV will be quick on the track. It has a 641 horsepower turbocharged V8 in advance with a hot V setup, which implies the fumes ports and turbochargers are in the V8's valley. We know it'll be costly as well. It begins at about $200,000 and goes up to about $250,000. Also, we're speculating it'll offer well. Lamborghini hopes to twofold its present yearly yield with the Urus, and if the Porsche Cayenne has anything to say in regards to it, it may accomplish more than that. At a swanky occasion after the principal squeeze day of the 2018 Detroit Car Exhibition, the SUV made its North American introduction, and we took in a couple of all the more intriguing certainties. The off-street capacity. The Urus sought to have genuine rough terrain slashes. Its air suspension can run from 6.2 crawls of ground freedom to 9.8 inches. That is more than the Wrangler Sport, a touch not as much as the Wrangler Sahara and just an inch not as much as the world vanquishing Rubicon. You'll have the capacity to arrange this auto with 23-inch low-profile Pirelli Cosa summer tires, clearly, yet additionally with taller Pirelli Scorpions, which appear to be the decision for elite driving through rough terrain. Add the majority of that to the back dynamic torque vectoring, which can send up to 75% of energy to the other side, and we ought to have an intense entertainer in the soil. The tamburo. Tamburo signifies drum in Italian, we twofold checked, and it's what Lamborghini calls its focal drive mode controller, which is presumably now the coolest available. It looks more like a bottle lying on its side to us. The left side highlights the drive modes, Strada for road, Brandish, Cosa for race, Sabbia for sand, Land for rock and Neve for snow. The center part incorporates the begin catch, ensured by a Warrior Stream-like red cover, alongside the stopping brake and manual mode catching also invert when you pull back on the hand grip. At the point when not going backward, it serves as a wrist rest when you're fiddling with the new touchscreen. The correct side is the place you'll discover the sense of self-adaptable drive mode and the guiding, suspension and body change catches. It's a trapeze. The main issue we see is endeavoring to shield your traveler from touching it while you're driving. It has a decent activity as well, with pulls that vibe and sound like you're clicking gears on a quality mountain bicycle. The rear steering system. The Lamborghini Urus, similar to the Porsche 911 Turbo, Audi A8 and Ferrari GT4 Lusso, has rear-wheel steering. That implies at slower speeds, the back wheels hand 3 degrees over the other way of the fronts, and at higher rates, they hand over a similar bearing. What that does, Lamborghini boss specialist Maurizio Reggiani lets us know, is essentially abbreviate or extend the wheelbase, shorter for when the driver needs to move around tight spaces, longer when the driver needs to rapidly switch to another lane with greater strength at high speeds. The 641 horsepower turbo V8. The turbocharged V8 isn't heresy. It's a standout amongst the most capable SUVs available for the occasion, who realizes what Ferrari, Jeep or Mercedes may do next, and notwithstanding that power, the Urus accompanies 627 pounds-to-foot of torque, which is all accessible at a low 2,250 revolutions per minute. That is critical, Reggiani says, in light of the fact that in the event that you don't have the torque down low where you require it, what's the point? The Urus influenced it to up the Morib rising the United Arab Emirates, which has a tallness of around 1,000 feet and a point of 50 degrees. The brakes. This is a beast machine, at any rate for Lamborghini. It measures somewhat under 4,850 pounds, or around 2.5 tons. For reference, the 2017 Huracan comes in at 3,399 pounds, hence, it needs monster clampers. In advance, the carbon artistic circles measure 17.5 inches and have 10, tally them 10, cylinders. In the back, they measure 14.5 inches and the calipers have 6 cylinders. Those carbon earthenware production are standard, incidentally. Its 60 ceasing separation is around 110 feet. That is only 10 feet longer than the Aventador LP704. The Urus goes at a bargain in the US in September, and Lamborghini says in regards to 33% of creation will come here, yet we hope to drive it much sooner, ideally in the Earth and Sabbia, and in addition on the circuit. Stay tuned.